Welcome back. Our first guest tonight are former college roommates and NCAA champions who currently play down the street for the New York Knicks. Their podcast, Roommates Show, is available wherever you get your podcast. Please welcome to the show two of New York's finest, Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
What's up?
Thank you so much for making time. I know you're going to be very busy in about a month, and so we really appreciate you making time for us now. Are you excited about the upcoming season?
Yeah. I guess. No, I'm really excited.
They should show that answer on the Jumbotron.
Definitely not. No, we're excited.
We're very excited too. Look, I'll be honest. I grew up in New England, grew up a Celtics fan, but we live in New York City, and I apologize, Josh. But I brought my son Axel. I brought him to a Knicks game, last game of the regular season. You had 40, won an OT against the Bulls. And it's the best thing about New York City. When the Knicks are good, the whole city's happy. And I told my boys, I'm like, look, if you guys want to be Knicks fans, I understand because we're in the city. And I don't think I had to tell them. They had so much fun. So it's a really special place to be. And even I get excited about who's at a Knicks game. Are you guys aware of who's sitting courtside during games?
Yeah, for sure. We always see, whenever we go to the bench, we're watching the game, obviously, and then sometimes we see who's sitting courtside.
He says we. No, whenever he goes to the bench, he's looking, but I'm focusing.
No, there's a lot of return guests at Knicks games, a lot of return celebrities. Are there people now that you'll maybe say hi to? If you, for example, Tracy Morgan's at a lot of games. Will you shout out Tracy if you see him there?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Show him love.
He's always there early.
Yeah.
And whenever we're warming up, he's always shaking hands. So
that's so funny because I worked with him at SNL. He wasn't early once. You guys, this is very exciting news, Jalen, because it's not every year that the New York Knicks have a captain, but you were named team captain. It's been about 6 years. Very supportive. Yep. Very supportive knee tap from Josh there. Yeah. How did you find out? When did you get the news that you're going to be a captain?
I actually don't remember exactly when, but I don't. But it was a long summer. But when it became official, it was awesome. And then to see everybody there and get all the congratulations from my teammates and past players and players from former team or other teams around the city, it was really cool. That's a really cool thing. Now, Josh, will you call your old friend Jalen captain, or do you have other nicknames for him?
I got a lot of nicknames for him. But I'll put El Capitan, put a little flair.
Now, you're pretty open about. Again, you guys have been friends for a long time, since college. You bust on each other. What are some of the sort of ways you tease Jalen, Josh?
Size of his head.
Yeah.
That's the first one. It was funny because your son had the bobblehead and bobblehead Brunson.
Bobblehead Brunson. I should explain. The day I brought my son to the game, it was bobblehead day. So he got a Jalen Brunson bobblehead. So even before you went for 40, he was very invested in your success. And then every time you scored, he yelled bobblehead Brunson.
Yep.
And I apologize for telling Josh that.
It's crazy because normally you see bobbleheads and obviously they have, the heads are a little bit bigger, but this is the first time they made it actually the size of the head. So whoever made it, they killed it. They crushed it.
So you guys met at Villanova. Mm-hmm. You were a senior and you were a sophomore when you guys met? Or when you were roommates?
Roommates, yeah.
And so obviously by the time you move in and you're roommates, you're friends, but what was your first impression of each other?
Didn't like him.
Okay.
Didn't like him. More so because of his dad. And I told his dad this. His dad, great person, but, wants to put on, the hard outer shell first. So I left. I was like, I hate this guy. And then I hung out with him, and I'm like, dang, I gotta kind of like him. And then he went to Nova, and then it was just good from there.
Josh was the team bully.
Oh, he was the team bully?
Yes.
I'm glad this is a safe space where you can finally...
He was a team bully. He bullied me. He, during practice, threw me into a door and threw the ball at me.
Oh, my gosh.
got in a fight with Mikhail and Dante at separate times during practice, weight room. So he was a team bully for sure.
Now, you mentioned Mikhail, who was with the with the Nets last year, and Dante was with, but you guys all played together. And so Mikhail came over to the Knicks in the offseason. I guess, is this the FaceTime while you were basically welcoming Mikhail back?
Yep.
That's the second FaceTime.
Second FaceTime.
First FaceTime, I think Mikhail was the only one that answered.
Yeah.
I started the call, and then he called back, and then everyone kind of got back on the call.
I mean, this never happens in the NBA. These are four guys who all played together in college that are. Can you believe your luck that you're all back together again?
Nah, I can't really, because you never really think about it. Like you're in college, you guys, everyone wants to play in the league, and then everyone kind of has their own journey. So it's something you mentioned once or twice, like, oh, this would be so cool. But now that it actually happened, like, it's really a special moment.
Do the other teammates feel like they're on the outside looking in when all the Nova guys are hanging out together?
Well, all of us don't hang out together.
Okay. Well, it seems like due to his history of bullying, I would understand.
It's because of him. It's because of him.
We're an inclusive group. You know, we like to hang with everybody, you know?
All right, we got to go to commercial, and then I want to ask about your fantastic podcast. More with Jalen and Josh after this.